Okay, neighbors, this is Dirty Mama with Dirty Mama's Clean Soap, and today we are going to make a rose soap. It's going to be white with I'm going to do a in the pot swirl with a rose, kale, and clay, and I've got like some alkanet root that I infused in olive oil to make the rose color, and put few rosebuds on top. Personally, I don't care for stuff on top of my soap, but so many people seem to that I thought, why not? I'll do this. I just don't want flowers falling off in my shower, but evidently someone out there does. Let's do this. You're going to notice my oils are a little bit cloudy today. Don't you worry your pretty little head about that. I measured these out like 2 days ago, and it got a little chilly, and I kind of had to warm them up a little bit. The cloudiness will go away. All will be well, neighbors. It'll be fine. So, first thing I'm going to do is very gently, very slowly pour my lye water into my oils. Every little drop. Okay. Now, before I just go crazy stick blending and getting crazy all over the place, let's just take a little time and whisk it up a bit. We don't have to be in a real big hurry. I want to get this emulsified before I add in my kale and clay. So I've got white kale and clay is going to go in the base of it, and then a rose kale and clay for the pink color, pinkish red. And then I think I mentioned before I had some alkanet root that I'm also going to add to that pink. And basically, I really just want to get this emulsified really good so there's no oils that haven't been, I don't know, I guess saturated by the lye. No oils that float to the top. And I don't want to stick blend because what I'm using today for a scent, and I'm only using a very small amount of it, is a Rose Absolute Essential Oil, which I have tried to look up and can't find. I received it as a sample, and honestly, I'm a bit dubious. I don't know. But when I say I'm going to add a very small amount, now, mind you, it does smell very strong, but this is the very small amount that I am adding in this little bottle right here. So I'm not entirely convinced this is really going to be a scented soap, although it does smell strong. Whisk, 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 whisk. I'm going to give this just a quick little hit with the stick blender on low. And I love the stick blender, but I've got to express my confusion. The low setting is the highest button, and the high setting is the lowest button. Shouldn't you put low where low belongs? I think you should. I think that's good enough for right now, because I'm going to blend it just a little bit more in here in a bit. Oh, I almost forgot to add my big super bottle of essential oil here. Oh, no way. Okay. Alright. Watch this, guys. It's going to go quick. If you want to see all that fragrance again, just rewind, because that's all I got. And I really did. And it does. It smells very rosy. It smells like grandma. I'm just not a big fan of the rose. I'm not a fan of florals, but a lot of people like them. I don't judge. Dirty Mama don't judge nobody. Well, not out loud. We all judge little. Don't you deny it. Slurp right up in there. Okay. Into this bucket, I'm going to add my rose kaolin clay, which I got. It's a Crafter's Choice product that I purchased from Wholesale Supply. And I also got the alkanet root from Wholesale Supply, but then I mixed it, I infused it with olive oil, and it's been sitting for about, at this point, about 2 weeks. And we're going to put that in there and add a little bit of color to it. And while I'm adding stuff, let's just go ahead and add the white kaolin clay to this bucket, my base color. Actually, I think that's going to be a really nice color to go with the those rose beds that are going to go on top. Okay. Now let's blend up the white. And I am just going to do a nice simple in the pot swirl with this. Wasn't that fun? I've already got my mold lined with my plastic bag. I'm going to have to move some of this so you can see the whole mold. And for right now, I am just going to pour this in here. Kind of in a back and forth little motion. Just like I'm holding a baby and putting it to sleep. Miss those days. Not save nearly as much as that as I meant to for my samples. Okay, so I'm going to let this kind of harden up for a little bit, and then I'll come back and put my rose buds in, and I'll clue you in when I do that. Okay, so when you weren't looking, about 20 minutes or so passed, and I decided, I tried putting a couple of rose buds on here, and I decided it just wasn't enough. So then I put little rose petals on the side, and then I thought, well, that looks okay. And then I spent just a little while matching up rose buds the same size and shape. Just waiting for the soap to set up just enough to get it in there. Oh dear. Yeah, we'll see. So like I said before, I'm not the kind of person that likes glitter and flowers and that are all that other crap up on my soap. Honestly, I just want a good soap that'll clean me and not dry me out. But a lot of people seem to like it, so let's cater to the masses. Oh dear. Yes. I don't know how exciting this is, watching me put little bitty rosebuds up on here. Actually, something I wanted to show you. The rosebuds right here. There we go. Those come from a company called Bee Maker. And I got a whole big old box of stuff from them. And they were not incredibly cheap. They were not incredibly expensive. They were just about the median for botanicals out there. I got 6 packages of dried flowers, petals, that kind of thing. I got lavender, marigold, chamomile, jasmine, rosebuds, rose petals, both of which I'm using on today's soap. And it was reasonable. So what we decided today, because we were sitting here thinking, what in the world are we going to call this soap? And the honest answer is, we don't know. So we think we're going to let you name it. So write down in the comments section, just submit a name for this soap, and the winner gets a bar of this and a bar of any other soap on my website that they want. Choice of another soap. And maybe a little surprise, something right up in there. We all need an occasional surprise. Still trying to stay in the lines. Yep, trying to do that. So, submit a name for the soap. After we cut it and you take a look at it, you'll have about 3 to 4 weeks, probably about 4 weeks before I put it on the website. You have 4 weeks from today, which is the 19th of February, 2020. So be sure to subscribe and submit a name for the soap, and winner gets a bar of this and a bar of something else from the website, your choice. And that's all I got to say about that. But yeah, if any of you guys enjoy watching my soap making here or listening to my hillbilly accent and laughing at me, whichever you choose. Oh, that's a little bit of something up in there. Okay, there we go. Push that one a little too far. Subscribe, it helps me out. And another thing I want to know, down in the comments, just let me know, why in the world would you want a flower on your soap? People ask for it, and I'm like, well, okay, I'll do it, but why? I don't want to take a shower and like be dropping petals and stuff right up in my shower. So let me know why. Best person who gives me an answer on why to that, I'll give you a daggone bar of soap free. Okay. I'm kind of thinking there's also not going to be near as much swirl in this soap as I had hoped, but I'm making up for that in the fact that I spent 20 minutes picking out pairs of buds that matched. Oh, don't go away, little feller. He sunk right down in there, didn't he? Ooh, careful, careful.
Quicksand.
Oh, careful, Dirty Mama. What are you doing? Dirty Mama. And yes, I did. I wiped my fingers right up on my apron. Because that's a Dirty Mama kind of thing to do. Whoop. Oh, we're almost at the end, but are we? Because we're not going to be done like this. Because I laid this out, and Dirty Papa, he was like, nah, It looks okay, but if you're going to fancy it up, fancy it up. And I said, well, all right. Because you know what else I got from that same company? That Bee Maker? I got rose petals. So I'm thinking probably ought to put some right up on here. Rose petals, y'all. Oh, this was a lot easier to open when I didn't have gloves on. Boop, boop. I don't know why I'm booping the petals, but it seems appropriate. So I think I'll continue. I'm putting like a ton of petals on here because I expect a lot of them are going to fall off during the curing process when I have to turn the soap, and also during the cutting. So I'm putting like way more little petals up on the sides than I think we really need. I'll tell you what, to be the tiniest little amount of rose oil, it's pretty rose smelling. It is pretty stink pretties. There's a lot of stink pretties up in there. Yeah. I really wish I liked to smell a rose right about now because I can certainly smell it. How about you, Dirty Papa? Can you smell that?
Mm-hmm. Smells like Kirkland's.
No, it doesn't smell like Kirkland's. Is Kirkland's even open anymore? That's so ago. That is so ago, yeah.
Smells like the Woolworths.
The Woolworths. Wow. Okay. It does smell rosy. Doesn't quite smell like Grandma though, because Grandma smelled like Estee Lauder. Grandma loved her some Estee Lauder. And I love Grandma, but I can't stand Estee Lauder.
Tell us what your grandma smelled like.
Yeah, so tell us. So in the comments below, tell us what your grandma smelled like exactly. Thanks, Dirty Papa. We're gonna get comments that we just are gonna not be able to like publish. It's hilarious. I'm honestly wondering how many of these little rose petals. I think the rose buds are going to stay in pretty well. Yes. Okay. Not so much for that theory. We'll see. We'll see after the cut. You might want to name this something completely different after the cut. I might have let it set up a little too long for this girly stuff. Okay. That's all I got for you tonight, folks. I'm going to give us a good squirt with some alcohol. And we'll see you back here tomorrow. And hope that all these little pretty craps stay in here. Alright.
Okay.
Okay, so we are back and ready to cut the what your grandma smell like soap. I guess that's what we're going to call it until you guys get to vote. And actually, surprisingly, it does smell a lot better today, which was very surprising to me. I'm going to tip this up on the side so that hopefully I don't drag these petals through here. I always say that, but it happens anyway. Just a little bit that way. And there we go. Let's cross our little fingers that I've lined this up well enough. Hold this steady, please. I'm having troubles here. There we go. Boom, boom. I love that noise. Okay, let's take a look in here because I was kind of thinking yesterday I wasn't going to get much swirl. And looks like I was right. There's a little bit of swirl up in there. I soaked too loose. I didn't let my batter set up enough. But there's a little bit of swirl in there. Actually, it really does smell good. I'm kind of surprised about it. Got the little rosebuds. I'm kind of anxious to hear take that one off. What names you guys come up for this. Let's find out how creative you guys are. I bet you're creative. Oh, there's a soap on top there. That actually does smell good. Yeah, there's a little swirl. Not much. Okay. And let's see. I can line these up again. Oh, gently. Gently. Got little rose petals everywhere, don't we? So which one of my hounds is going to photobomb me this time? I think that might work. Let's do this. Oops, knocked that one over. Oh, I'm having troubles. Right here in River City. Okay, that's about it. So this will be ready about the end of March and on the website. Today's what, the 20th? I'll probably have this on the website by the end of March. I mean, technically it'll be ready around March 20th, but it takes me a few days. That one's got a nice little swirl to it. I don't know. I still think that the rose petals would be messy. Maybe a sample. Cut that one up. Ooh, little pieces of soap. Oh, that's cute. My mother would love this. I'll have to save a bar of this for her. Okay, that's about all I got for you today, guys. Join me next time. Check out the website, dirtymamascleansoap.com. Do something nice for somebody else today. Remember, we're all neighbors. And have a good one.